This adapter has single-handedly fixed my biggest problem with Macs. Not being able to have more than one external screen on your Apple Silicon Mac is honestly terrible. But honestly, what makes this adapter so special? Well, I'll tell you. But first, hey there, it's Brian from Accessory, and on this channel we do unboxings, reviews, and much more of accessories for your tech. So if that interests you, you know what to do. This is the USB to dual HDMI adapter from a company called WavLink. It has a USB-A connector with a convenient little USB-A to USB-C adapter attached to its cable. It could support, like I said, up to 2 HDMI connections, but most importantly, this adapter has the ability to bypass any screen limitations that Apple Silicon have, but also maybe any other computer you have. But I'm gonna be honest, this is just an ordinary, generic looking adapter. However, there is a piece of technology inside that stands out from all the others, and it's that this thing supports DisplayLink. Now, DisplayLink was a piece of hardware and software that started its journey back in 2003. It gives various types of adapters like these and docking stations the ability to connect multiple screens on any computer over USB, Wi-Fi, and Ethernet. Let me show you what I mean. So example number one, this is my 2017 MacBook Air. Now, if you don't know, these guys only have one port to come out from for video. So right now I currently have it going back into this main screen here at my desk. Now I want this one to also work, and so we're gonna use the power of DisplayLink to plug in this USB-A connector into this computer, and we will get a video feed here. So we got the software downloaded and is currently running in the background right here. So now all I gotta do is plug this guy in. Sorry, it took me a sec to plug that in with one hand, but here we go, ready? DisplayLink will kick in, the monitors are gonna go dim, and we're gonna see a video feed right here. Boom, look at that. Now currently it's thinking that it's a horizontal screen instead of a vertical screen, but we could totally change that in settings. But check this out. It recognizes that there is a display here, but yeah, it's possible that you can do this, and I'm super glad that you could take old hardware like this and give it some more displays or whatever you need to do. But hey, this is awesome. All right, example number two. So right now I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro, and this is an M1 Pro. So it's currently can support up to 2 external screens, which is what I currently have right now. I have one going through this adapter and I have one through the HDMI cable. I want to power this third screen. Now I don't have any extra spare monitors lying around just to do this example, so I just grabbed my camera monitor, but it's still technically a monitor. So we're going to be using the WavLink adapter, HDMI into it, to add a third display that would not be supported if I plugged it in by itself. So here we go. Plugging in the adapter into the USB-C to USB-A adapter included with the little cable. There is a blue light, and boom, now we have an image on our little camera monitor. For some reason I needed like a little baby display to throw like Apple Music or Spotify or whatever the heck you want to put on there. But hey, you don't have to get like the powerful Pro Max or Ultra chips to get more screens. You could literally just use this adapter to add more. So if I needed more than 3 screens, I can get a 4th one. Super cool. All right, example number 3. So I'm actually at my church right now, and we have this set up here to run our lighting and some visual stuff on these LED wall panels back here. But here, look, check this out. I actually didn't realize that this was the same company, but look, WavLink has a super cool Thunderbolt docking station. So this is like an M2 Mac Mini, which only supports 2 screens out, HDMI or through the Thunderbolt. So we got this screen here that's going through the Thunderbolt dock, or the WavLink adapter here, which is not using DisplayLink. And then we have the HDMI out going to those LED panels in the back, right? So then this screen here, if DisplayLink was not on, would be completely black. So this is just another example. Like this adapter here is being used in production use, and you can do things like this. I love this thing actually. It's got a bunch of USB-A, USB-C ports, it's got Ethernet on the back, and it could do up to 2, looks like it could do up to 2 4K screens. So yeah, example number 3. All right, now that all the examples are out of the way, if you were to purchase one of these adapters, you need to make sure it is clearly labeled DisplayLink on the box or on the adapter itself. Luckily, there are multiple brands that you may very well know that sell DisplayLink compatible adapters and docking stations for your needs. I'll link the ones I showed you earlier down below with some other recommendations. But you need to know of a few downsides when it comes to using DisplayLink. One is you will see graphics utilization on your machine increase as it's trying to power these screens being used. Second, you may notice that when using DisplayLink, you will always get this blue screen capturing notification on your Mac OS bar. I don't know if it's possible to disable this notification, but if it doesn't bother you, great. Thirdly, this is the biggest one you need to be aware of. Any high definition, copyright protected, or HDCP content like Disney+, Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, and all the others, they may show a black screen or may not even load when you're trying to watch content. Now, I may be wrong here, but I believe this is because DisplayLink utilizes some sort of screen recording to display a video feed to the monitor. So you're gonna have to turn off the DisplayLink software in order to resolve the issue so you can actually watch the thing you wanna watch. Lastly, if you try to use this adapter by itself without using the DisplayLink software, unfortunately, you will not get an image out. You must install and run the software in order for the adapter to work. Kind of sucks. I wish the adapter was able to just, work. Unfortunately not. Other than those issues, external screen limitations are no longer with Apple Silicon Macs or any computer you own, thanks to the power of DisplayLink. Now, if you want to continue to break limitations to your workflow, you should check out my Elgato Stream Deck video. That one's pretty cool. God bless.